Framework is a feature in PracticeWeb that allows you to customize and create documents, letters, and forms that allow you to maintain a paperless office. Under the Sheet Defs field, you have the list of internal documents that are already set in your PracticeWeb program to help you achieve a paperless office. On the right-hand side, you have a custom list. This is the list that maintains your customized paperless documents, everything from patient labels, letters, forms, and treatment consent forms. The list of forms and documents on the internal side can be customized once moved into the custom list. In order to customize one of the documents that are in the program by default, highlight the document from the internals list and click on Copy. It'll place that document into the custom section where it can now be edited to better suit the needs of your practice. In order to customize a sheet, all you have to do is double left click on the sheet in the custom list. When you've double left clicked on the sheet in the custom list, it'll bring up the Edit Sheet Def screen. This is a screen that will allow you to use the Add New buttons and put in different fields that will allow you to have an interactive letter, consent form, or document. If you want to create a brand new sheet that is fully customized to your preference and office needs, click on the New button. The description is the name of this document. This is how you're going to identify it among others when you need to use it. The sheet type determines the location in which this sheet will be found. Any labels, patient letters, or patient forms will be located on the main toolbar in your PracticeWeb program. Your treatment consent forms are located in your chart module, just above your 3D graphical tooth chart. For this example on creating a custom sheet, we're going to create a patient letter. This is a family-oriented welcome letter, so I'm going to name it New Family Letter in my description. And I'm going to highlight patient letter as my sheet type. The Edit Sheet Definition screen brings up a blank canvas for you to customize your letter. For the most professional looking letters, you can add a letterhead image to this document. Just click on the Static Image button under the Add New section, and then just click on Import. Now just locate the image from your Windows Explorer and then click OK. And notice your image will appear on your sheet. Once in Sheet Defs, the logo can be moved around for optimal placement. Just double left click on the image under the Fields column. By changing the X and Y position, you can actually change the location on the sheet definitions. To complete the professional look of a letterhead, you can use the Output Text button to add fields that will automatically populate your practice and patient information. In the Edit Output Text fields, you simply highlight the field name. You can change the font type and font size, and then click OK. That'll place your text field on your sheet def. One thing to keep in mind is that when you start with a selected output text field, you may have a limit in size. To edit the definition of the field, simply double left click, and you can change the width and height of the field to accommodate your text. To change the placement of your text, hold the left mouse button down over the field, and you can drag it to your desired position on the sheet. For the body of your letter, you would use the static text field. This field allows you to paste text that has been copied from a Word document, or you could type text into this area to create a new letter. The font type and size can be changed the exact same way you would with the output text fields. And remember to change the width and the height to accommodate the size of your text. And with the rest of the fields in the Sheets framework, you can simply drag the box down to align it in proportion with the rest of your letter. Once you have edited this sheet with any definitions fields needed to meet the requirements of your practice, click OK to save this letter. The letter will remain in your custom list and is ready to be used for a patient. You can access this letter by clicking on the letter button and then double left clicking on the letter from the sheet list. This is what your final product looks like. You have your customized letterhead. The patient's information is automatically merged. Because you use static text, this letter is interactive. You can put the cursor into the fields and correct or add any additional information needed for this patient. You can print a copy or email it to your patient. If this is a new patient, simply get the email address while you're on the phone, and any patient letters or registration forms can be sent to them prior to their appointment. Paperless consent forms and any other documents are created in the same manner as you would the patient letters. Click on the New button, then type in the description of the consent form. For the sheet type, you're going to choose Consent. Now in the Edit Sheet Defs field, we can create our consent form. Just as you did with the patient letter, you can use the Add New buttons to customize this blank sheet into a consent form. The most efficient way to do this is to use a JPEG file of the consent form you already use. You can go to the Static Image button and import the JPEG file of the consent form you would like to customize. Once the image is in the Edit Sheet definitions, you can use the different Add New buttons to have information import into this consent form. The output text will allow you to bring in the patient's name and the date. All you have to do is position these fields in the appropriate spot on the consent form, just as you did with the patient letters. You can add static text boxes, which will allow you to create a section to type in your own notes regarding the consultation on this consent form. Checkboxes are available if this is a questionnaire type of a form, and of course a signature field, which will allow you to finalize your consent. To use your consent forms, in the Chart module, click on the drop-down menu next to Consent. It'll bring up a list of all the consent forms that you have customized. Select the consent form you would like to use, and notice that when you've selected the consent form, based on the level of customization, the information for the patient can be imported. You can also draw and circle just as you would on a sheet of paper. And either using a tablet PC or a Topaz signature pad, your patient can sign the consent form. Just like with your patient letters, you can print or email a copy of this consent form to the patient. And whether you print, email, or simply click OK to save, a copy of this consent form will be stored in your chart.